Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, racing fans of all ages, this is the Hammer Down TV's presentation of the Hammer Down Wingless 360s, coming to you live from USA International Speedway. I have Langdon Giddens with me in the booth tonight. Langdon, you there?
Yes, sir.
Alright, good. Good to hear. So what do you think tonight? You think we're going to see some good racing out of these wingless at USA?
Well, hopefully, normally pretty good drivers. All of them, well, most of them obviously racing most of the other cars. Anthony Presto going to be definitely one to watch. Fastest time currently in practice right now.
Fastest time indeed, and by quite a margin, over a half a second. Langdon, you want to go ahead and run us down through our Heat 1 grid?
Yeah, sure will. So on the pole, starting for heat number 1 of the 360 wingless sprints, is going to start off with Cole Harvey up front on the pole. Cole. There we go. Okay. Justin Howard should be starting. Well, Justin Howard actually not going to be racing tonight. Matthew Everts, I don't know if he's going to be racing tonight. Terry Landis definitely going to be racing. He's going to be starting 4th in our grid. Craig Gullickson starting 5th. Definitely a small grid for this heat number 1, just because it did involve some admins and announcers. Well, folks, looks like Matthew Everts actually is going to be racing.
As Heat 1 is set to go. 4-car field here. Cole Harvey set to take the field green out of turn 4 in our heat number 1 in the second race of the Hammer Down 360 non-wings. And the green flag's flying. Down the front straightaway they go. As Terry Landis is looking on the inside of Cole Harvey there, down through 3 and 4. He's going to get back in line, looking through 1. Around the high side, everyone goes. Down the back straightaway, your leader Cole Harvey on the inside of him, looking to make a move. Terry Landis coming out of 4, right on the bottom, looking to make something happen. Can't make it stick. Still in second by about 2 cars down the front straightaway. Through turn 2, Terry Landis right on the bottom again, still looking to make that bottom line work. As here Terry Landis comes through 4, he's creeping up, getting a little bit closer. He's not ready to give up this heat win just yet. As he's on the bottom of 1 and 2, it looks like Cole Harvey slides up a little high. It's going to be a drag race down the back straightaway. Cole Harvey will maintain race lead, but Terry Landis all over the inside of him, coming down the front straightaway here past the grandstands. Cole Harvey, Terry Landis, Craig Gullickson, and Matthew Everts round out your 4-car field as of now. It looks like Matthew Everts is actually off of the track. But Terry Landis makes a slide job coming down through 3 and 4. It's going to be a drag race down the straightaway. Can he make it hold? It looks like he's going to... Cole Harvey is going to get into the wall. Terry Landis is your new race leader coming down the back straightaway. Terry Landis just waiting for him to make a mistake, and Cole Harvey does make that mistake and hands the race lead to Terry Landis. As it is 4 laps to go, your leader Terry Landis, followed by Cole Harvey 1 second back, Craig Gullickson behind him, and Matthew Everts is back on the track now. But out front, it is all Terry Landis, your race leader, running away with it. As it was looking to shape up to be a really good race between Cole Harvey and Terry Landis there, until Cole Harvey slid up a little too high and got into the wall out of 4. As Terry Landis brings it around, the white flag's in the air, 1 lap to go. Well, when we get back around to the front straightaway, that is. As the white flag is flying, 1 lap, Terry Landis in the lead, Cole Harvey, Craig Gullickson, and Matthew Everts. As you can see Cole Harvey back there pushing that car hard. He is not going to be happy that he gave that up so easily. But your Heat 1 winner coming out of 4, Terry Landis, followed by Cole Harvey, Craig Gullickson, and Matthew Everts. Well, what do you think about that action, Langdon? Is that a way to get the night started, or what?
Well, definitely a nice way to get the night started. Definitely clean racing. I didn't even see any contact between any cars, but Cole Harvey definitely, well, probably not happy with his result.
Probably not. We'll be looking for him to make a comeback in the feature, but as Heat 2 grids up, why don't you run them down for us?
Well, folks, we'll be starting Heat 2 here of the 360 wingless at USA International Speedway today. The 420 at Eric Elmore are going to be starting us off, sitting on pole. On his outside is going to be Todd Lababe. On the inside of on the outside of row 2 should be Anthony Lepresto, your winner from last week, and Adam Buchanan bringing up the back and the grid.
As they roll off, be looking for Anthony Leopresto to jump out early and try to make a move. He is dangerous in anything that is in a circle on dirt.
Definitely very true. Anthony Leopresto, very quick in every other class. Definitely a force to be reckoned with in dirt.
As they come out of 4, we'll have 1 to go to the green flag. Eric Elmore is going to be looking to take that pole draw that he got and make something good come out of it, but he's going to have a field of big hitters all over his back end. We were talking about Anthony Presto, but don't count out Adam Buchanan or Todd LeBobie, because any of them can strike. But here they come, down into turn 3. Field will be in your leader's hand. Eric Elmore out of 4 as the pace truck gets ready to dip off. And
Oh, a big wreck in turn 3 and 4 there. See if we can see who that was. Looks like Todd and Eric Elmore. Todd making some contact with the back of Eric Elmore. Eric Elmore gets spun around, and Todd loses control and smashes up against a wall. Eric probably having quite a bit of damage to that car, but Todd LeBobie, I don't know if he's going to be able to pull that baby back out on the track for the rest of this heat.
yeah, I don't know, Langdon. I'm not sure what happened there. I don't know if Eric Elmore got slow or if Todd just had a really good run on him, but I mean, he absolutely ran him over.
Eric starting in the back for this restart, but if Eric is quick enough, he may be able to get back around that Adam and Anthony to take that first place position.
As they come around your field as it stands, Anthony Leopresto, Adam Buchanan, Eric Elmore, and Todd LeBobie is at the end out of the race at the moment. Anthony Leopresto will bring us back to the green flag as here they go. Green flag out of 4. Anthony Leopresto leading the field out of 2 in the back here. Adam and Eric Elmore are mixing it up. Eric Elmore looking to make a move on the bottom side of Adam Buchanan. We've seen a few drivers go down to that bottom line and not be able to make it work. It'll be interesting to see if they try to move up as the racing goes on. But right now, the man we were talking about before the heat started, Anthony LaPresto, absolutely running away with it. Almost 2 seconds, a full corner on the other two cars. As he is fast right now, ladies and gentlemen. He is turning a 21.5 that last lap. As they come around, they have 3 laps to go, coming out of 4. It will be Anthony LaPresto by almost 3 seconds, Adam Buchanan and Eric Elmore. As Eric Elmore is looking to make a move here on the low side out of 2. Eric Elmore still not ready to call it a quits yet as they come around. 2 more to go. He's looking to make that bottom line work coming out of 2. I don't think he's going to be able to get up to the bumper of Adam Buchanan, but in the lead, 4 seconds out, Anthony LaPresto. I mean, I just don't know what to say. Does he have a rocket booster in that car, or what's going on? 1 to go. Barring a miracle, nobody's going to catch him. As your race leader coming out of 4 will take the checker, Anthony LaPresto. Eric Elmore gets around Adam Buchanan. It looks like it's a drag race to the stripe. As he will take it. Yes, I believe Eric Elmore got him.
Well, folks, we're moving on to the consolation race of our 360s wingless series here at USA International Speedway. Matthew Everett should be starting us off. Sitting on pole today on his outside is going to be Todd LaBave. The inside of row 2 should be Justin Howard. And that should be it. Actually, yep. Well, folks, looking like we may have a 2-car consolation race. And if there is 3, Justin Howard is actually not making the call.
So it's looking like it's going to be a good old one-on-one between Todd LaBove and Matthew Everts.
Well, folks, Matthew actually not setting a practice time, so really nothing to compare there for practice. Matthew finishing 4th in his heat, and Todd finishing 2nd in his heat. So really not much to compare to from each other. Should be a good old fun race.
Yes, I believe both transfer out of this race to the feature. So this is basically just who's going to start on the inside of who. It'll be interesting to see if they just try to kind of drive it out, or if in good racing spirits race hard all the way around. But they'll be the stars of the show for 13 laps. Coming out of 4, your race leader, Matthew Everts, will have control.
Well, I'm sure both of them are kind of happy right now, just because not much you can do to not get in the top 3 for this race. Todd LeBave still in front. Well, takes over the first place position from Matthew Everts in that 06 car. Todd LeBave about 1 second ahead of Matthew Everts right now, heading into turn 3 and 4. They're both taking what looks to be the same line in 3 and 4. Actually, Matthew Everts dropping down a little lower, exiting the corner in 3 and 4. Both racing what looks to be like pretty good hard racing. Just Todd LeBave faster than Matthew Everts, it's looking like right now.
Yes, that early mistake by Matthew Everts is costing him. They look to be running pretty identical right at the moment, but that big mistake early has put him so many car lengths down. As both drivers at least are getting good time on the track, we can see it is starting to slick off a little bit around the bottom. Not a huge field here tonight, so the track stayed in relatively good condition. Should make for an interesting feature. As right now, your leader Todd LeBave is just driving it around. Matthew Everts is trying to find a line to run that he likes. He's been high, he's been low, he's been all over. As he almost makes contact with the inside wall there. But meanwhile, your race leader, Todd LeBave, driving out of 2 down the back straightaway. Does not look like Matthew Everts is going to be able to reel him in, as it does look like he has put an even bigger lead on him. I do not believe Matthew Everts is going to be happy with the way his car is handling at the moment. Looks like he's having some serious issues keeping the rear end planted coming out of the corners. We'll have to see if he can get that fixed for the feature, if he's going to be able to compete here with the rest of these drivers. Oh, he's going to get into the wall out of 4 a little bit there. But he'll keep it going in the right direction. Todd LeBave out in front though. As he has almost half a track lead here with 3 to go. 4 to go, excuse me. No, 3 to go.
Well, folks, Anthony Lepresto, like we said earlier, set that fastest lap time for practice with a 20.631. Matthew Everts setting his fastest lap time in this race here with a 22.121.
As Todd LeBave brings them around, 1 to go, white flags in the air. Matthew Everts just could not get him reeled back in. He's having a hard time driving that car out here tonight. We'll have to see if he can get that fixed for the feature race. But your race winner, Todd LeBave, made that aggressive move on the inside in turn 1 and just rode it out from there. Will take the consolation win. And so that brings us to the moment we've all been waiting for.
Warm up. Well, folks, we're starting warm up. Track just a little different from what it was when the drivers first pulled in their haulers today, because pretty small field today. But it does look like as the feature goes on, we might actually have some drivers trying to figure out new lines, trying to get even quicker and quicker.
Yep, I do believe it will start to slick off as they're going to get in probably 10 or so, 15 laps. Everybody will probably run the track in pretty nice here during this run in. And it's a 40 lap feature here tonight. So these cars definitely are spinning tires all the way around. So it's going to wear the track out for sure.
Well, folks, as of right now, looking like Anthony Lepresto still going to have the fastest time, even in the warm-up. So Anthony Lepresto, like we mentioned before, a monster in all cars on dirt. But Anthony Lepresto still going to have the fastest lap time of the night.
It'll be interesting to see if anybody has anything for Anthony Lepresto here tonight, as he is definitely very fast here in the 360s.
Well, I bet some of these other drivers are hoping that as the track does start to slicken up, either Anthony Lepresto slows or they get quicker, because looks like Todd Wababe going to keep that second place position with a 22.054, while Anthony is going to have a 21.843 for his fast lap time. Well, folks, we got about 2 more minutes left to warm up. These drivers trying to figure out how they want, well, what line they want to run in the feature, and probably thinking about as how the track slickens off, how they're going to try to adjust for that during the race.
Yeah, and it's going to slick off. You can see already as we go on board with our drivers here around the track, that into the corners there, into 1 and into 3 are starting to slick off. The bottom of 2 is looking like it's going to go away. Like, it's going to move up and it's going to make for some loose, fast racing.
Well, as of right now, Anthony Lepresto is going to be grading second for the feature tonight. Terry Landa is starting on the pole in first place for the grid.
As the drivers have about another minute of run-in left, and then we'll get them stacked and packed and ready to go for 40 laps.
Well, folks, as of right now, Anthony Lepresto still keeping that fastest lap time for the warm-up right now. It's looking like Todd Lababe is still going to have the second fastest lap time, but he's actually going to bring that down to a 21.979. His previous lap time, 22.054. Well, folks, just 10 seconds left for the warm-up for the wingless series for the Hammerdown iRacing League. Anthony Lepresto still keeping the fastest time. Todd Lababe should and does keep the second fastest time for the warm-up. Well, folks, Pace Truck is out sitting on the front stretch right now, waiting to get this feature going tonight. Terry Elanda is going to be starting on pole for the race, for the feature tonight. Anthony Lepresto on his outside. Inside of row 2 is going to be Cole Harvey. On the outside of him is the 420 Varick Elmore. On the inside of row 3 is the 56 car of Craig Gullickson. On the outside of him is Adam Buchanan. And last but not least, Todd Lababe starting 7th in our grid. Correction, Matthew Everts bringing up the back, starting 8th in our grid. Well, folks, Terry gonna be starting us off on the pole. Ricky, what can you expect from these two front row drivers here?
I expect
Ricky,
to see
can you hear
Lepresto
us?
pin it
Okay.
wide open through the first two corners around the outside and try to jump out to that early lead. And I probably would suspect that Terry will probably try to throw it up against the inside wall and make it stick there.
Well, definitely going to be some good racing for this feature tonight with the wingless series. Should be having one more lap to go before we do get this green flag waving for tonight's feature at the wingless series.
As Terry Landis will have control out of the field coming out of 4. As the pace truck gets ready to dip off, he is off, in control of Terry, gets on it, there he goes, slides up in front of Lepresto early, past the flag stand they go, green flag's out, field safe away, everybody into turn 1, as they're 4 wide in turn 1 in the back of the field, 3 through 7th. As Terry Landis gets out to an early lead, but he's got Lepresto all over the rear end, as it does look like the entire field slid up, but Lepresto ducks down underneath, coming out of 4. Can he make it work? Drag race to the flag. It's Landis into 1. Lepresto around the high side this time, trying to make it work all over. As Lepresto's going to be on the outside, Landis on the bottom, going into 3. Lepresto's hard on the gas as they're too wide, too deep. Terry Landis slides up, a little bit of contact between your 3rd and 4th place cars. Craig Gullickson's going to drop back a little bit. As Lepresto is going to get the slide job into 2, he's going to make it stick. Lepresto is your new race leader coming down the back straightaway. That is definitely not what Terry Landis wanted to do. He's going to have to try everything he can to make sure Presto does not run away with this. As the field
Terry trying a little bit lower of a line there in 1 and 2. Terry just looking for some lines, well, a good line to try to catch Anthony Lepresto and not let Anthony Lepresto run away with it, just like we saw last week and in the Anthony Lepresto's heat race.
As further back in the field, 4th and 5th, Adam Buchanan and Talababe. As Talababe's on the bottom of Adam Buchanan out of 2, looking to make something work. Can't get it done coming down the back straightaway. As Talababe almost gets up into the wall there out of 4. But out front, nobody contending. Your race leader, Anthony Lepresto, driving away with it like we've seen so many times.
420 of Eric Elmore makes contact with the wall in 3 and 4. Back in, just grabbed the wall. Eric was almost trying to get over, almost caught that rear bumper of Terry E. Landis, trying to get around him, but pushes it too hard and grabs the wall. Looks like we're going to be having a caution. That may be for Eric Elmore. Yeah, looking like it's going to be for Eric Elmore. Eric hopefully can get that car fixed up and get it back out here before he does go laps down. Anthony Lepresto still your race leader, followed by Harry E. Landis, Adam Buchanan, Todd LeBave and Cole Harvey, and last but not least, Craig Gullickson bringing up the back in that 56 car of the Harley Davidson Motors. It's looking like the 06 of Matthew Everett is going to be in the back. Matthew may have been involved with an incident that just happened, but Matthew, either way, bringing up the back. Into Presto still in front, and Terry still looking for any way he can to get around that 57 car of Presto.
He'll have about 30 laps to get it done when we go back green here. As the field slacks off the pace truck coming into 3 and 4. Pace truck will dip on 4. It'll be in LaPresto's hand to go green. No, it does not. Does not look like we are going green. So Landis will be looking to get a run on the restart on LaPresto. As we had some really good racing on our first start off here, 4 wide into turn 1. Good clean racing, it looked like, all the way through the field to our first caution. As it does look like Eric Elmore has been able to get his car back together and on the racetrack. So your race leader, Anthony LaPresto, will bring him down to the green flag as the pace truck dips off. He's on the gas hard out of 4, coming to the green flag. Green flag's out. LaPresto down into turn 1. Terry Landis is going to slide high, trying that high line. LaPresto's on the grass on the infield as Todd LeBave is looking to make a move for 3rd place. Todd LeBave all over the inside of Adam Buchanan, coming into 4. They're going to make a little bit of contact. They're going to keep it going straight. It's a drag race past the flag stand as LeBave is in the bottom of 1. He will get the position. Todd LeBave into 3rd, but Adam Buchanan not ready to give it up. Trying to cross over, coming out of 2. Drag race down the back straightaway. Into 3. As Adam Buchanan gets around Todd LeBave into 3, LeBave is going to throw a crossover back at him. They're going to make contact into the wall. Both of them around into the flag stand. As a yellow will come out.
06 of Matthew Everett and the 420 of Eric Elmore barely dodging those 2 cars that got spun around.
As it looks like Todd LeBave is going to get collected into something after the fact. It looks like him and Matt Everett might have got in while trying to slow down under yellow.
Eric Elmore is going to be 3 laps down right now. Eric probably just racing to finish the race.
As the field gets back around to the pace truck, your race leader still Anthony LaPresto, followed by Terry Landis, Adam Buchanan, Craig Gullickson, Matthew Everett, Todd LeBave, Cole Harvey, and Eric Elmore. But the story of the night, Anthony LaPresto had fastest time in the both warm-ups, won his heat race without any contest, and has been your race leader since lap 1. He's looking for his 2nd win on the series this year. If he can pick up 2 in a row, it'll be a great way to start his season. As they come around, it should be 1 more to go in here on Hammer Down TV for the Hammer Down iRacing League non-wing 360s at USA International. If you love iRacing as much as we do and you'd like to get in on the fun, check us out on Facebook at Hammer Down iRacing League or over at our website at www.hdirl.com. We race here 7 nights a week. Anything that goes in a circle on dirt, we got it. We've got a Legends starting up here soon. Langdon here admins and runs trucks on dirt. We've got Super Late on Asphalt starting up here pretty soon. I mean, it's just non-stop racing action here. So if you'd like to get in on it, make sure you get on it. But here they go, green flag.
Anthony Presto with a great restart.
Yes, he gets a run down into 1 and 2. At the back of the field here, Adam Buchanan and Craig Gullickson looking to mix it up for 3rd spot. Gullickson on the bottom here into 3. As they're also looking to creep up on Terry Landis for 2nd place as Anthony Lepresto's running away with it. Gullickson's on the bottom here into 1 and 2. Adam Buchanan's going to slide up all the way up to the wall. Gullickson's going to get him down the drag race. Down the bottom, Craig Gullickson takes 3rd place from Adam Buchanan. But out front, your race leader, Anthony Lepresto, absolutely gone. 2 seconds almost on Terry Landis, as Terry Landis has almost another second on the rest of the field. But the action is heating up in 3rd position. It's going to be a 3-way battle here between Craig Gullickson, Adam Buchanan, and Todd Lababe. As Lababe's upside down into the wall there. Adam Buchanan's going to steal Craig Gullickson's spot as the yellow comes out with a very nice crossover slider. As Todd Lababe tried to follow the same suit and just lost it and got up into the wall, it looked like.
Well, folks, Anthony Presto still your race leader, running away with it every single time anyone makes a little mistake behind him. Terry E. Landis still holding on to that 2nd place position. He started 1st, but Lepresto didn't get around him. Terry, just for the last however many laps, 21 laps, has been trying to find any way he can to get around Anthony Lepresto while still trying to be careful and not let Adam Buchanan and Craig Gullickson around him.
As I had a chance to go back and look at that incident, it looked like Todd Lababe was trying to hold it wide open around that cushion and just lost the cushion and backed the car into the wall and got upside down. They'll come around. There'll be 1 more to go. Anthony Lepresto will be your race leader, followed by Terry Landis, Adam Buchanan, Craig Gullickson, Matthew Everetts, Todd Lababe, Eric Elmore, and Cole Harvey.
Well, folks, some of you may not realize this, but it may not look like these drivers are going very fast, but you look at their speed around these straightaways. Anthony Lepresto, I just saw him a few laps ago hit about 137 down the front stretch. Definitely a lot faster than it looks.
Oh yeah, these cars are absolutely flying tonight. As they come around, it'll be 18 to go at the line. Anthony Lepresto, your race leader, has control of them. As he gets on it, as soon as the pace truck dips, we're green flag racing here at USA. Anthony Lepresto off to an early lead out front as they're all single file through 1. Anthony Lepresto followed by Terry Landis, Adam Buchanan, and Craig Gullickson, who's looking to make it work on the bottom. Buchanan's going to get a little sideways. They're going to keep it clean. Gullickson's going to take the spot from him.
Terry trying a little bit low.
So we're going to have a 3, maybe 4 car battle here for third place. Gullickson's got control of it now, but Adam Buchanan's all over the high side on him as they're too deep. As it looks like, oh, Buchanan seems to be sliding out a little bit. They're going to race side by side, Buchanan and Matthew Everts past the flag stand. As Craig Gullickson's going to keep third, he's going to start opening up a little gap, but behind him for fourth place, Adam Buchanan has Matthew Everts all over the rear end. Adam Buchanan trying to make anything he can work to get around him here. Matthew Everts is going to be right on the back bumper coming out at 2. He's going to make the bottom line look at and can't get it to stick. But as I've said so many times tonight, out front, Anthony Lopresto, 4-second lead almost, gone. Nobody has anything for him. Nobody's had anything for him. And it'll be interesting to see if anybody will ever have anything for him for the remainder of this season. I don't know. I don't know if somebody needs to inspect his car a little bit better or something, but he's just absolutely fast. But Terry Landis right now trying to catch back up, trying to do anything he can to get a little bit more speed. He's sitting comfortable in second with Craig Gullickson about a second and a half behind him. As Matthew Everts is still chasing Adam Buchanan for fourth place. Has not been able to make it work as he's now trying around the high side the last few laps. Adam Buchanan got a little squirrely there. It's not going to really cost him though, as Matthew Everts is still trying to go around the high side. He's going to get right up on the back bumper coming down into 1 around the high side. He's going to be close. He's going to be right up on him again coming down the back straightaway. Oh, as they're going to make a little bit of contact here. Get a little bit squirrely, keeping it going in the right direction. Coming out of 3. He's going to drop back just a little bit. Courtesy Racer. As we are 10 to go, Anthony Lopresto running away with the race lead, almost a 7-second lead on the field. As Adam Buchanan right now is fending off with everything he has, as Matthew Everts is looking high, looking low, trying to go anywhere he can to get around him. Matthew Everts still around the high side, coming out of 2. Drops back a few car lengths, looking to get a run down into 3 around the high side. It looks like Adam Buchanan has got that low line figured out as he's making it work now, getting a little bit of a gap on Matthew Everts every lap. But out front, as you cannot even see as we switch through our cameras, you will not see another car in the field. Anthony Lopresto, it's almost as if he's on the track by himself. Absolutely dominating performance here tonight. As we've seen some really good racing through the field, only a 1 caution race or 2 caution race. There's been some very good side-by-side battles. As Adam Buchanan still has Matthew Everts all over the inside here, coming out of 2. Matthew Everts trying to make it work. He's got about 4.5 laps to go here. As your field running order, Anthony Lopresto, Terry Landis, Craig Gullickson, Adam Buchanan, Matthew Everts, Todd Lababe, and Eric Elmore round out your 7 cars, as Cole Harvey has been unable to put his car back together from his incident. As it looks like Adam Buchanan has now put a few car lengths in between him and Matthew Everts, not looking like Everts is going to be able to challenge at the moment. They're going to have 3 laps to go next time by, as Lepresto is starting to catch them at the rear of the field, coming out of 2, your race leader right there in frame. As Terry Landis has pulled away from Gulixson about the same amount as Lepresta has pulled away from him. These 2 cars by far are outclassing the field here tonight. But Landis he was sticking with him, it looked early, but as the track slicked off, I do not believe Terry Landis was able to keep up with it. I believe he was chasing the track all night. We'll have to talk to him in the interview, but as the white flag comes out, your race leader, Anthony Lepresto, through lap traffic, is going to take it home, coming out of 4, nowhere near him, Terry Landis. Your race winner here, Anthony Lepresto, start to finish dominating performance. Lepresto is followed by Terry Landis in second. Third was Craig Gulixson. Fourth, Adam Buchanan. Fifth, Matthew Everts. Sixth, Todd Lababe. And seventh, Eric Elmore. As we'll get ready to do our driver interviews, if you want to pull up the third place and get it started for us, Langdon.
Sure will.
Was moved to your channel.
Craig Gulixson finishing in third place today, 19 seconds behind Anthony Lepresto. Anthony obviously being very quick tonight. Craig Gulixson, how'd the track feel tonight, and are you happy with the results?
Oh, for sure. I'm just happy I could work my way by one guy, but yeah, those front 2 took off in a hurry.
Yeah, definitely. Anthony and Terry both taking off during the race. Terry definitely worrying about you and some of the guys behind you, trying to take over that second place position. But like I said, Anthony pulling away from Terry while Terry was worrying about the people behind him. But Craig, back to you. Like you just said, you're probably really happy with results. Today, it definitely was a fun one to watch. Pretty close at the restarts, but everyone kind of got spaced out during the race. But to finish it off, and so we can let you go, is there anyone you'd like to thank today?
Yeah, for sure. I'd like to thank Hammer Down for hosting this, you guys for broadcasting it, and my team, Understeer Motorsports, Brad Doss, Kyle Volringer, and Stephen Shady. They really helped me out.
Well, folks, heard it here. Craig Gulixson very happy with his result. Craig, thanks for talking to us.
Thank you, guys.
User was moved out of your
Well,
channel.
folks, I'll hand it over to Ricky Hall talking to Terry Landis, your second place position winner tonight.
User was moved to your channel.
You got your ears on, Terry?
Yes, sir.
Hey, man, walk us through that first restart. I know you were trying everything you had to keep Lepresto behind you. What's it like when you got something like that trying to breathe down your neck?
The best thing for me is just let him go. No use holding him up. He's way quicker than us, and I don't want to hold him up, get in the way. I figured he'd pass me sooner or later, so I just let him go. I'll finish my race where I'm at. You know what I mean?
Yeah, absolutely. As you had a dominant performance over the rest of the field, take us through how your car felt and how the track felt as the night went on.
Yeah, in the heat, it was great. I mean, car felt really good. And then for the feature, I saw the track was drying up a little bit, so I tightened it up a little too much. Yeah, I went way too far, I think, on tightening it up, and it was a handful in the feature towards the later laps.
Absolutely, as those cars can always be a handful. It's always a hairline adjustment that it make it or break it for you. But as we wrap it up, is there anyone you want to thank who makes it happen for you every day here?
Definitely, guys who put the show on. We appreciate them going with the non-wing 360s to race, giving us a good place to race. Thank the wife, Judy. She gives me the time to do it. And I'd like to thank Venom Energy Drinks. They keep me going too.
All right, it's always good to have a good support system and a good energy drink to suit. Enjoy your second place victory or second place, and we hope to talk to you more this season.
Yes, sir. Thank you very much.
User was moved out of your channel.
Well, folks, next we'll be talking to your first place winner tonight. Definitely a force to be reckoned with. Pulled away from the field during the feature, pulled away from the other people in his heat, and had the fastest time overall tonight. Anthony LaPresto, how did it feel to take that home, that first place position, and how did your car feel tonight?
It always feels good to take home a win, obviously. And as far as the car felt okay. It could have been a little better actually. That setup I ran wasn't a USA setup. It was a Knoxville setup, but I haven't really spent a whole lot of time doing any official racing or doing any really official racing of any kind on here to do any testing for a lot of these setups, especially with some of these newer builds. So kind of just going into it with kind of what we've ran in the past, and it worked a little bit with the Knoxville setup here tonight. So.
Well, Anthony, as the feature went on, track definitely did start to slicken up a bit. Did you ever feel like maybe you needed to find a different line, or was your line so perfect that you just could keep it the whole time?
Yeah, it's pretty much the same line the whole time. I was kind of hoping the line would get a little closer to the fence, and we could get up, build up more of a cushion up there toward the fence, but it didn't really happen. It takes a lot of cars to build up, to get the track that war where we can get way up there by the fence, and especially at this track. So, I was happy with where the track was, though. It was slick enough to where I could get the car in just right, and once the car was set, just hammer down, as they put it, and drive it out of the corner. So yeah, car felt good.
Well, folks, Anthony Presto finished in first place for the Wingless Series tonight. Anthony probably very happy with his result. Terry Landis actually earlier in the feature, Terry peeking on the inside of your car a few times there. Ever a time where you thought maybe Terry was going to take it from you?
Terry's always fast, so there's always a chance that he might find something. Watching me, he might see something before I see it. So no, it doesn't surprise me that he'd be up there, finding a line there that I might not have seen right away. So, no surprise. But that's the whole fun of competition, actually, for me. Guys being able to make a move on you and even be able to catch up to you and race with you. That's that's the only way you get better, is by competing against people, not just kind of running away like it happened here tonight. Once the track got a little slick, but yeah, that's what you'll have sometimes.
Well, Anthony, definitely a fun one to watch. Pulled away from the field, Terry Landis finished in 13.5 seconds behind you. In the end of it, Anthony, anyone you would like to thank today for helping you through your career?
Yeah, I got to thank everybody that makes it happen. My team, EW Motorsports. I got to thank all of our sponsors, Wicked Cushion. The site actually went up today for Wicked Cushion. It's been up for a little while, but it went live today, so that's kind of cool. Check that out, wickedcushion.com. Colby's Eye Paints, Ultimate Dirt TV, Next Gen Fab. Thank you guys for running this thing. I got a cat scratching in the back of me right now, so I'm trying not to. Yeah, thank you guys for running this show as usual, and yeah, see you again.
Well, thank you, Anthony, for talking to us. Congrats on the first place tonight. Good luck if you're racing the UMPs tonight. Well, a little bit later in about 20 minutes, and if you're not, good luck in any other series you choose to race.
Thanks, guys.
Thank you.
User was moved out of your channel.
Well, folks, that's going to end it off for our live broadcast for the Wingless Series tonight at USA International Speedway. definitely a fun one to watch. Ainsley Presto taking it in the end of it. By the end of the feature, pulling away